Paul Revere was born here in Boston's North End, and in addition to being a silversmith and a goldsmith, he also carried messages for the Sons of Liberty and the Committees of Safety. And on the night of April 18, 1775, Joseph Warren told him that he should get a message out to Lexington and Concord that the British troops were on the march to seize the munitions that the colonists had stockpiled there. Paul Revere had been a bell ringer in Old North Church. He knew how tall the steeple was. He knew how far you could see from the steeple. He also knew Robert Newman, the sexton of the church, who had a key. Newman could get inside, climb the steeple, and put lanterns in the tower to alert Revere, who would be on the other side in Charlestown. Are the British going by land, that is marching by way of Boston Neck through Roxbury to Cambridge and on to Concord? Or were they going to get into boats on the Charles River, cross over to Cambridge, and then march? Either way would indicate how much time it would take them to get to Concord. First, though, Newman had to get into the tower after finding out the direction the British were going. He had to get into the tower so he could place the lanterns to alert Revere. Since Boston is under a curfew and no lights are allowed to shine after dark, when the British see lights shining from Old North, they realize something is up. So General Gage sends a party to find out who is sending signals from Old North. British soldiers are breaking in the door in front as Robert Newman, the sexton, is escaping out of the back. Now, General Gage had attended services here since this was an Anglican church, Christ Church in Boston. So he knew the church. He knew the sexton. It didn't take very long to figure out that Newman was the one sending the signals. He is placed under arrest. By that time, of course, Revere is already on the opposite shore. He's ready to take this alarm to every Middlesex village and farm. So the word is out, and the war begins the next day, the 19th of April of 1775. In June of 1775, during the Battle of Bunker Hill, and afterward, this church is used as a hospital for the British soldiers wounded in the battle, and many of them are buried below us in the crypt beneath the church. So Old North, Christ Church in Boston, an Anglican church in Boston, is the church from which the signal is sent to alert the people in the countryside that the British soldiers are on the march to Lexington and Concord. Listen, my children, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Paul Revere. 'Twas the 18th of April of '75. Hardly a man is now alive who remembers that fateful day and year. He said to his friend, "If the British march by land or sea from the town tonight, hang a lantern aloft in the belfry arch of Old North Church as a signal light. One, if by land, and two, if by sea, and I, on the opposite shore, will be ready to ride and spread the alarm to every Middlesex village and farm, for the country folk to be up and to arm." Then he said good night, and with muffled oar silently rowed to the Charlestown shore, just as the moon rose over the bay where, swinging wide at her mooring, lay the Somerset, a British man of war, a phantom ship with each mast and spar across the moon like a prison bar, and a huge black hulk that was magnified by her own reflection in the tide. Meanwhile, his friend, through alley and street, wanders and listens with eager ears, till in the silence around him he hears the muster of men by the barracks door, the sound of arms and the tramp of feet, and the steady tread of the grenadiers marching down to their boats on the shore. Then he climbed the tower of Old North Church by the wooden stairs with stealthy tread to the belfry chamber overhead, where he startled the pigeons from their perch in the somber rafters, which round him made masses and moving shapes of shade. Then by the trembling ladder steep and tall to the tallest window in the wall. He paused a moment to look down on the rooftops of the town and the moonlight flowing over all. Beneath in the churchyard lay the dead in their night encampment on the hill, wrapped in a silence so deep and still that he could hear the sentinel tread of the watchful night wind as it went creeping along from tent to tent, seeming to whisper, "All is well." For a moment only he feels the spell of the silent belfry and the dead, for suddenly all thoughts are turned away to a shadowy something far away where the river widens to meet the bay, a line of black that bends and floats on the rising tide like a bridge of boats. Meanwhile, Impatient to mount and ride, booted and spurred, on the opposite shore watched Paul Revere. Now he studies the tower's height, now impetuous stamps the earth, now turns and tightens the saddle girth, now he pats his horse's side, but mostly he watches with eager search the belfry tower of the old North Church. And lo, as he studies the tower's height, a glimmer, and then a gleam of light. He springs to the saddle, his bridle he turns, he lingers and gazes till full on his sight a second lamp in the belfry burns. A hurry of hoofs in the village street, a shape in the moonlight, a bulk in the dark, and beneath, from the pebbles in passing, a spark cast out by that steed flying fearless and fleet. That was all. Yet through the gloom and the light, the fate of a nation was riding that night, and the spark cast out by that steed in its flight soon kindled the land into flame with its heat. It was 12 by the village clock when he crossed the bridge into Medford town. He could hear the crowing of the cock and the barking of the farmer's dog, and felt the damp of the river fog that rises after the sun goes down. It was 1 by the village clock when he galloped into Lexington. He saw the gilded weathercock bathed in moonlight as he passed. The meeting-house windows, black and bare, gazed at him with spectral stare, as if they already stood aghast at the bloody work they would look upon. It was 2 by the village clock when he reached the bridge in Concord town. He heard the bleating of the flock, and heard the twitter of birds in the trees, and felt the breath of the morning breeze blowing across the meadows brown. And one was safe and asleep in his bed, who at the bridge would be first to fall, who later that day would be lying dead, pierced by a British musket ball. You know the rest from the books you have read, how the British regulars fired and fled, and the farmers gave them ball for ball from behind each fence and farmyard wall, chasing the redcoats down the lane, crossing the fields to emerge again under the trees by the edge of the road, only pausing to fire and load. So through the night rode Paul Revere, and so through the night went his cry of alarm to every Middlesex village and farm, a cry of defiance and not of fear, a voice in the darkness, a knock on the door, and a word that shall echo forevermore. For born on that night wind of the past, through all our history to the last, in the hour of peril, of darkness, of need, the people will waken and listen to hear the hurrying hoofbeats of that steed and the midnight message of Paul Revere.